All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. It's time to go racing from Kansas. Up front will be Justin Swafford and Jeremy Edwards. On the second row will be Jason Stewart, Clay Kirchenbauer. Third row is Jamie Knopf and Jeremy Gardner. Otto Cruz starts 7th, Blake Veeken in 8th, Scott Cleek in 9th, and Pudge in 10th. Jarrett Woodard in 11th, newcomer John Scheiderick starting in 12th. Russell Worth starts 13th with Dean Webb in 14th, Tyler Ott and Jeffrey Goodpaster 15th and 16th, Richie Joplin 17th, Jacob Morgan 18th, Jeff Sheldon in 19th, and Aaron Brill starts 20th. Lance Spawnberg 21st, Mike Brown 22nd, PJ Cox in 23rd, DP Reagan starting at 24th. Ryan McDaniel, Darren Silva, Brandon Newby, Craig Phillips, Jeremy Baker, and Michael Doan rounding out the 30-car field here tonight at Kansas. Everybody lined up, except for Daddy. Oh, Daddy finally in the car. Looks like everybody is getting set, and they are rolling. Michael Doan does not take the grid here. Getting out of pit road, 29 cars. One car stopped at the far end of pit road. That is Jeremy Baker not rolling yet. Now he is rolling. Justin Swafford, Jeremy Edwards on the front row. Jeremy Gardner's son and Clay Kirchenbauer on the second row. Looks like we will have a delay of the green flag. Again, thank you, Gardner, for the stars. I hope I made you proud. Everybody staying stacked up. This will have a little bit of a benefit. That extra lap will put a few extra degrees of temperature into the tires. It's not going to be a significant amount, but every little bit will help, especially with that grip through 1 and 2. These cars on cold tires do tend to get a little slippery. This is a multi-groove track. We saw them early on in practice. I saw 3 and even 4 wide through the turns. There's multiple grooves you can run. All of them are fast. Although look to see a lot of guys trying to run that high line right up by the wall. Everybody coming around. Pace car will drop in this time. Here we go. Pace car is in. Jeremy Edwards, Justin Swafford lead them down. Green flag in the air. They're down and away at Kansas. Swafford on the bottom line, 2x2 into turn 1. Everybody so far so good. A few people getting single file already. Swafford continues to hold the lead, not far behind. There's a little bit of battling. Otto Cruz looking to make a move. They're going to come down the front stretch 3 wide. Gardner up the middle. Now to the high side as they go off into one. Swafford, meanwhile, opening up a small gap with Jason Stewart. Clay now up into third. Gardner up into fourth. Beacon in fifth. A lot of guys using that outside really well. Inches from the edge. Pudge trying to make his way forward, up 2 spots already. Oh, a little bit loose for Pudge getting into one. A little loose off 2 as well. Doesn't matter, it keeps his foot in it. He is dead even with Otto Cruz. Meanwhile, just ahead, Jamie Knopf and Jeremy Edward. Caution is out. Caution out on lap 3, waiting to see if we can see. Don't believe the incident was up front. Did not actually see anybody involved in an incident. Oh, it looks like Brandon Newby ends up in the wall. Let's see. Couple of cars down on the apron. Oh, we saw him pushing it down the front straightaway. Mike Brown into the outside wall, clips the nose. And comes back up, gets into Newby. Several cars caught up in that one, including Michael Doan, Darren Silva. Few cars already on pit road for repairs. Justin Swafford in the lead. Jason Stewart in second. Jeremy Gardner in third. Look at that. Father and son, second and third. Clay Kirchenbauer up there as well, along with Blake Veeken, Jamie Knopf, Jeremy Edwards, Otto Cruz, Pudge, and Scott Cleek rounding out the top 10. No real big movers so far in the race. Biggest mover would be Blake Veeken up 3 spots into 5th. Swafford and Stewart had started to make a little bit of a breakaway here early. Once we're back to green, will they be able to do it again is the question. Lights are out on the pace car. They're going to stack back up side by side all the way through the field. Looks like Darren Silva and Mike Brown both losing a lap on that incident. Hey, good evening, JR. Yeah, more than happy to help, man. Look forward to you getting that set up and seeing you out here with the Nowski Nation. All right, through 3 and 4, pace car getting ready to drop in. Pace car is in. Here we go. Justin Swafford controls the restart. He fires as soon as he's in the zone. Green flag back in the air. Clay Kirchenbauer looking to take advantage on the bottom. Swafford cleared. He was able to carry some momentum forward. Now Clay up into second place. Nowski losing a little ground here as Jeremy Edwards coming by on the high side. Scott Cleek rounding out the top 10. Jared Woodard now in 11th. Newcomer John Scheiderick in 12th. Tyler Ott now up to 13th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 14th. And look at this, Russell Worth now in 15th. Jeremy Edwards is in trouble. Caution. See what happened. Oh, we got several cars getting loose. Jeremy tried to stay out of trouble, just barely gets into Pudge's nose, just enough to turn him down into the inside wall. A lot of cars loose off of turn 2. Mentioned in a pre-race, cold tires and that first 5 or so laps of green flag. These guys are going to be loose coming off turn 2, sometimes even off of turn 4. Saw Blake Viken getting loose up there as well. Everybody just trying to hold on here in the early going. Several cars fake to pit road, but nobody's coming in. Jeffrey Goodpaster, Jacob Morgan in. A bunch of cars in the back half of the field headed in, led by Ryan McDaniel, Brandon Newby, Jeremy Baker, Craig Phillips, Jeremy Edwards, and Darren Silva. PJ Cox is on the move. He is already up 6 spots into 17th. DP Riggins also starting to make his presence known, up 5 spots into 19th. Well, the couple of guys got loose out of turn 2, and Jeremy Edwards ran out of places to go to avoid them. Lights go out. They're going to go green next time. Justin Swafford still in the lead, in control. Hey, good evening, Tina, out here cheering on Ryan McDaniel. Ryan, one of the drivers coming in under this pit stop. Looks like Ryan was getting some more repairs from the previous incident, trying to save that fast repair for when it'll do the most help. Down into 3 and 4, guys getting ready to go green yet again. Here we go, pace car gonna drop in. Swafford in control. They're in the restart zone. He fires green back in the air. Gardner trying to make a move on the bottom underneath his son, Jason Stewart. Clay trying to make some power moves. He slides down in front of Jamie. Clay now got to run underneath Stewart. A battle going on for 10th as John Scheiderick is making his way forward, and it's 3 wide right in front of him with Pudge on the bottom. Vegan on top, clips the wall. He gets Pudge. Caution is out. Pudge on the bottom of this 3 wide. Look at Blake, just clips the wall, bounces off. A couple of cars back behind get caught up in it. Looks like Richie Joplin, one of the drivers, caught up in that, as well as Dean Webb. Jeffrey Goodpaster also catching a piece of it. Goodpaster just checks up, trying to avoid it, and the cars behind don't realize what's going on ahead. Jonathan, try hopping out of it and back in. I'm not seeing any across all the devices I'm watching with. Third caution of the night here early on. Justin Swafford, Jeremy Gardner out front, and let's see if we can talk to Gardner real quick. Hey, Daddy, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Oh, he did it.
I knew you'd like that.
He did it. I'm proud of you.
I knew you would be. How you feeling up here? Obviously a little bit of battling to get where you're at, but it's been pretty smooth sailing so far.
I mean, how am I feeling? Really, I'm bored at this point. I just wish we can go green for once.
Obviously a bit of excitement back behind you, but you got to be happy you're up front and not in trouble.
Yeah, for right now, I've got the worst luck, so we'll see how that goes tonight.
How you feeling about your chances here?
Decent. I'm okay here.
Well, good luck. Go ahead.
But say we'll see. This track's very high line dominant, so I don't know. We'll find out how tires wear and all that good stuff. Some long runs.
Well, looks like you're finally going to get to go back to green. Good luck, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Jeremy Gardner and Justin Swafford on the front row. Jason Stewart, Clay Kirchner have the second. Otto Cruz, Jamie Knopf on the third. John Scheiderick and Jarrett Woodard on the fourth. Jeff Sheldon and Scott Cleek rounding out your top 10. And despite having a last name that more than likely I'm mispronouncing, John Scheiderick is doing a great job for his rookie event here in the Nowski Nation. Already up 5 spots into 7th, but Jeff Sheldon up 8 spots into 11th. We've got a few cars back here. DP Riggins up 12 spots into 12th. PJ Cox up 10 spots into 13th. These guys doing a really good job of staying out of trouble and taking advantage of every opportunity. Swafford still in control on the start. Swafford fires, they're away, green back in the air. Gardner quickly slides down into the back. Now he's going to move back up the track in front of Clay. Everybody staying side by side just outside the top 10. Seeing a lot of battling going on outside the top 10. Everybody wanting to get into the top 10. Jeffrey Goodpaster involved in an incident. He is towed to pit road. There will not be a caution. Looks like Goodpaster had just come off of pit road and has some problems. He tows it back to pit road. Hopefully he'll be able to get repaired and get back out. Meanwhile, that battle for 10th is still going on as Jeff Sheldon has Russell Worth and DP Riggins right there. Great to see Russell up here fighting for the top 10 yet again. Had a rough season in the Legacy series last season, but definitely showing a lot of speed and promise here coming into this one. Jeff Sheldon just set the fastest lap of the race so far. And Gardner has finally gotten by and gone to the lead. And the top 6 nose to tail inches apart as they come around. Jeffrey Goodpaster is on his way back out on track. This lead pack, 17 cars deep at the moment. Blake Viken bringing up the tail end of it. Still 25 cars on the lead lap, and even at the... Well, it looks like Darren Silva is having major connection issues. Oh, we've got a car. Oh, that is Goodpaster coming up to speed. But the leaders get very close and they're trying to get by him. Oh, we've got a car spinning in one. That was the 09 of Dean Webb. Not sure how that started. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can see what the heck just happened to Dean here. I think Dean had to yank it down off the wall there as he goes into turn 1. Big run down the back straightaway. Let's go back just a little bit, see if we can find... Was a great save by Dean. Come all over the track from the bottom to the top to the bottom. Don't think we caught a replay of Dean's epic save there. I'll look some more, but wow. A lot of great battling elsewhere on the track. As we mentioned, the top 17 still together. Swafford, who started on the pole and has been had led some early laps, has been losing ground here since the last restart. Craig Phillips had an incident a few moments ago. He is now in pit road. Let's see what happened with Craig. Looks like he was already having some problems. Gets into the safer barrier coming into turn 3. Just couldn't keep it out of trouble there. Jason Stewart, meanwhile, in the lead. Clay Kirchenbauer now into second. Jamie Knopf, last week's winner, up to third. And a dogfight right behind him as newcomer John Scheiderick is making his presence known big time here. He's in the top 5. Gardner and Woodard battling it out for 6th place. Swafford having drifted back to 7th on the bottom, 3 wide. Pudge picking up some ground here now, up to 7th place. Looks like Viken's just going to follow Pudge around the track. Let Pudge do all the heavy lifting. Pudge is making some power moves here. What in the world? Meanwhile, we've got more 3 wide going on back behind. DP Riggins in the middle. Jeff Sheldon on the high side. 30 laps in, and these guys are going for it like it's the last lap. Aaron Brill closing in on this battle as well. Jeremy Edwards, who got in trouble earlier, now starting to make his way forward again. He is currently up into 9th. Meanwhile, Jason Stewart continuing to lead Clay in 2nd, and Pudge has just charged through up into 3rd. Jamie Knopf now in 4th, Otto Cruz in 5th. Jeremy Gardner starting to lose a little ground in 6th. Otto Cruz on the move in the 03. He is now up into 5th place. John Scheiderick putting on quite a show here tonight for his first time with the group. He is doing a great job battling with all of them. Several cars now battling for 2nd place. Jamie Knopf is there. He's coming by Clay Kirchenbauer. Can Pudge get back by? Otto Cruz has come charging forward as well. He's now up into 5th. Blake Viken in 6th. John Scheiderick stuck in the middle. Gardner comes by on the high side. Woodard on the bottom. Jeremy Edwards and Aaron Brill battling it out. That's a battle for 11th. Jeff Sheldon lurking right behind. Jacob Morgan starting to make his way forward. He's up 4 spots into 14th. DP Riggins still lurking back there, up 9 spots into 15th. Jason Stewart, for the first time tonight, has pulled a bit of a gap here on Jamie Knopf. Now 0.6 of a second. Pudge lurking there as well. Still a battle going on. 4th and 5th. Otto Cruz, Jeremy Gardner side by side. Dean Webb, after some problems earlier, starting to move forward again as well. Currently up into 17th. Lance Sponberg now in 16th. Dean sets his sights on Spawnberg. Jeremy Edwards has made his way back up into the top 10. Aaron Brill right there with him. Jacob Morgan closing in. Jeremy goes up the track. Brill's going to get an easy pass. Is Morgan going to make a move here? Looked like Brill got a little bit loose. Can't get past Edwards so easily. Pole center Justin Swafford now all the way back into ninth. He had a fast car out front. Once he got past, he started fading. First of the green flag pit stops have begun. Mike Brown and Russell Worth on pit road. This is a bit early. Most of the drivers saying 40 to 45 laps on a tank of fuel. Looks like these guys are going to try a little bit of a short pit strategy. We say 40 to 45 laps, but with the early caution laps, these guys will be able to go to 50, maybe even further. Stewart still in the lead. Jamie Knopf in second, Pudge in third, Gardner in fourth. Blake Veekin now back in fifth. Newcomer John Scheiderick sits in sixth, but Clay Kirchenbauer starting to make his comeback. No surprise to see Clay start moving forward again late in a run. Clay consistently very good at playing strategy and tire saving to make up ground later in the run, but Scheiderick comes back by. Clay up on the high side, a little draft help from Blake Veekin might beat him down the back straightaway. He does, he's going to clear. While they're battling, it's allowing the 03 of Auto Cruz to pick up some ground. Jeffrey Goodpaster several laps down in the mix with the leaders, hoping for another caution that he is not caught in, so he'll have an opportunity. Still have 21 cars on the lead lap. Tyler Ott being the last one on the lead lap at the moment, with Brandon Newby just ahead in 20th. Jamie Knopf starting to slowly inch his way back up to the leader. He's got Pudge. Oh, Stewart! Jason Stewart's on his way onto pit road. As we mentioned, this was right in the pit window from the original numbers. However, we did have 3 early race cautions, which will have extended the pit window. It's going to be interesting to see the different strategies that play out here. Also, several drivers stopped on lap 14, like Blake Veekin, who sits back in 4th place, so they're going to have a little bit more fuel here to go a lot further. Tyler Ott now on pit road. Jarrett Woodard, Lance Spawnberg, Auto Cruz is in. PJ Cox is in as well. Tire wear may be a deciding factor on pit strategy. Our leader's fastest lap, a 30.3. Last time by a 32.1. Well over 1.5 seconds have fallen off the pace. Hudge staying right there with him, not giving up any ground, but not fighting it. Hudge gets a little bit too high in 1 and 2. Gardner sitting back in third, 2 seconds back. Viken in fourth now. John Scheiderick holding on to the top 5. Clay sitting in sixth. That lead pack is really broken up. Justin Swafford now leading the second pack. Currently sits in 7th place. Jeremy Edwards making his way forward now up into 8th. Jacob Morgan has cracked in the top 10 and 9th. Aaron Brill up to 10th now. Aaron, the biggest mover at the moment, up 10 spots into 10th. Clay Kirchenbauer giving up a top 5 spot. He is now on pit road. Hudge, one of the drivers that stopped on lap 13. Jamie Knopf continues to stay out. Gardner is in. John Scheiderick is in. Waiting to see when the leaders make the move to pit road here. Won't be this time by. Justin Swafford is in. Jeremy Edwards now in. Gardner also in. Jacob Morgan sitting back in fourth. Dean Webb now up into the top 5. Guys stretching as far as they can at this point. Best guess, these drivers that are staying out will have to come in before lap 55. And here we go. Jamie Knopf is giving up the lead. He's coming to pit road, and for the first time tonight, in fact, the first time this season, Hudge to the lead. Blake Viken now scored in second. Jacob Morgan now in third. Dean Webb in fourth. Aaron Brill in fifth. Scott Cleek also on pit road with Knopf. You see how much faster the fresh tires are right now as Russell Worth comes by Blake Viken. Russell working to unlap himself here. Only 4 cars on the lead lap until these top 4 hit pit road. Then we'll see how things cycle through. Hudge is slowing down. He's coming to pit road. Blake Viken is going to stay out. And Blake's going to lead for the first time tonight. Dean Webb, Aaron Brill, and Blake Viken, the only drivers left to come to pit road. All 3 drivers pitted on lap 13 or 14. Nobody can go the distance on fuel from here. However, strategy-wise, once Viken pits, he will have the freshest tires on the track. Aaron Brill gives up third. He is on pit road. Aaron Brill had some problems getting onto pit road. Aaron gets it woed up. Oh, he does not get it woed up enough. He goes through the grass. Caution is out. Ryan McDaniel's involved. Looked like that car just snapped loose out of turn 4. He had gone off track a moment before. I'm guessing that is how he got some of that damage. Now the front end was already damaged a bit. He just snaps loose out of turn 4. Tries to save it all the way down the front straightaway. And this is going to bite everybody but 2 drivers. Blake Viken, Dean Webb had still been out there, had not completed their first stop. They're the only 2 at the moment on the lead lap. Once they come down pit road, most of the field should be waved back around to the lead lap. Blake Viken, Dean Webb on their way down pit road. Ryan McDaniel, Darren Silva, and Mike Brown also on their way in. Great strategy move by Blake and Dean here. Jeremy Gardner currently at the front of the field. Now the drag race off pit road. Blake Viken's going to beat him off. Dean Webb is going to come out in second. And let's see if we can get a quick word with Dean. Hey, Dean, it's Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Hey, lucky bit of strategy there.
Well, I think I came up from last place to 10th, and then the pit cycle started.
Well, it all paid off for you. I mean, you're coming back out in second place. Obviously, the freshest tires out there, the most fuel out there, and you're catching quite a few guys on the back foot.
Yeah, man, we're going to keep ripping the lip, and hopefully we can get it to stick at the end here.
Well, man, it's been a great run so far. As always, great to see you back in the field, and good luck, man. So far, it's going great.
Yeah, man, thanks for all you do.
Dean Webb currently sitting in second. Blake Viken with the lead after some bold strategy, stretching that fuel and tire as long as they possibly could. Jeremy Gardner is coming back down pit road. He had already completed his pit stop. Could this be a strategy move on his part? That top 3, Blake Viken, Dean Webb, Jason Stewart, all stopping on lap 57. Everybody else 47 to 51. So Russell Worth, Richie Joplin also on pit road. This might be a really good strategy move on their part. They were pretty far back in the pack. They're going to be back on the lead lap here. And they're going to have some of the freshest tires out there. We'll have to keep a close eye on Russell and Richie. Worth reminding everybody, Blake Viken pulled off the win in the practice race the other night. Now in the lead here again as we approach halfway. Looks like there's going to be about 16 cars on the lead lap. Waiting to see if Richie Joplin or Russell Worth get waved around here. Otherwise, Richie and Russell just got trapped one lap down. And they are going to be in a dogfight to put themselves in position for a lucky dog. Russell Worth is dropping to the tail end. Pace car is in. They're not even stacked back up yet. This is about to get crazy. Beacon fires their away. Look like a lot of the field still trying to figure out positioning. Beacon gets a great start here. Jason Stewart, Dean Webb, side by side for second. Gardner in fourth, almost 2 seconds back. Clay Kirchenbauer now in fifth. Jamie Knopf in sixth. Swafford in seventh. John Scheiderick eighth. Pudge in ninth, and PJ Cox in 10th. Not to mention PJ up 13 spots into 10th. DP Riggins up 13 spots into 11th. And Newbie now back in the fight, up 15 spots into 12th. Richie Joplin mixed in with the leaders trying to stay in position to get the lucky dog here. Jason Stewart going for the lead. He's underneath Blake Beacon. Dean Webb losing touch with the top two for the moment. Gardner in fourth, Jamie Knopf in fifth. And a lot of lap cars mixed in with the lead lap. Oh, holy cow! Was that Richie that just got the wall off turn 4? It was. He had a little bit of a kiss with the safer barrier. Russell Worth sitting back in 18th. He has gotten by Richie, putting himself in position for the lucky dog. Jacob Morgan in 17th, also fighting for that lucky dog position. Gardner starting to make up some ground here. He's up to third. Dean Webb losing a caution. And who was in the lucky dog position? Looks like it was Jacob Morgan. Let's see if we can figure out what the heck happened here. Oh, Russell Worth gets loose. He gets into Jamie Knopf. Knopf gets the wall. Everybody managing to avoid, but man, that got close. Fifth caution of the night, lap 65. We've seen some long green flag runs in our first set of green flag stops. Nobody can go the distance on fuel from here, but tire strategy could be a deciding factor as Stewart, nope, he's faking it. Let's see if we can get a word with our leader. Hey, Jason, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, looking pretty good up front. Nobody bought you going to pit road, though.
No, I saw them up there. I wasn't going to pit anyways, but I was just trying to fake it, but didn't work.
Hey, a good bit of strategy and a really fast car has got you up here leading. Can you hold on to that lead the rest of the night?
With the caution, I don't think so, but we'll try at least.
It's been a bit of a wild race. You had some early cautions in the long green flag run. Which of those benefited you the most here? Do you have a long run car?
Yeah, I think I got the long run speed, but I see Jeremy's back there and a few other people that are pretty dang fast, and everybody's going to get all the cars behind us, top four, are going to be on fresh tires, so.
Well, man, good luck. It's about to get very, very interesting.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jason Stewart has the lead, but yeah, like he said, a lot of cars outside the top 10 just came onto pit road for 4 more tires and fuel. DP Riggins just gave up 8th place. He's coming down with another group of cars as well. Jacob Morgan coming in. As mentioned, I do believe Jacob got the lucky dog and is now back on the lead lap. And a bit of a heartbreak, that caution coming out. Hopefully Russell Worth will be able to get back out on track before this one's over. But man, he was starting to make his way forward again, starting to make up some positions. Had it easily a top 10 car here tonight. Jason Stewart, Blake Viken, Jeremy Gardner, Dean Webb, and newcomer John Scheiderick have the top 5. Swafford, Cleek, Knopf, Woodard, and Clay Kirchenbauer rounding out your top 10. Lights go out on the pace car. They begin to stack back up side by side. And you know what we haven't done tonight? Once the pace car drops in, I'll stop talking. You guys turn the volume up. We're going to crank it up on the restart. Everybody from, it looks like 8th place on back on fresh tires. 17 cars still on the lead lap. Jacob Morgan is back on the lead lap now. All right, here we go. Pace car about to drop in. Get ready for the sound of 3,800 horsepower cars flying by as we crank it up. Always fun to watch that. Jason Stewart still has the lead. Blake Viken in second, but Jamie Knopf on fresh tires already chewing them up, spitting them out. He is already up into 5th place. Clay Kirchenbauer sits in 9th. He is the next car back on fresh tires. Does not look like he is pushing it quite as hard as Knopf is. Jamie looks to the bottom here as they go off into turn 3. He's going to come by the rookie John Scheiderick and sets his sights on Gardner. Scheiderick not done yet. He has been competitive with everybody here tonight. Clay Kirchenbauer and those 4 tires starting to come alive as well. He's now up into 6th. Meanwhile, Knopf riding the bottom here. Going for 2nd place on Blake Viken. Oh, Gardner! I think he might have gotten Viken's back bumper here. Gardner makes a move into 2nd place, and here comes Kirchenbauer. Knopf on the bottom as they go 3 wide down the front straightaway. Gardner in the middle, Viken up top. It gets a little close as they go up into 1, and it looks like Knopf is going to come by, take 2nd, and looks for 1st. Down to the bottom again through 3 and 4. Knopf is going to go to the lead for the first time tonight. Gardner getting aggressive back there as the rookie. It looked like John Scheiderick got the wall out of turn 4. Meanwhile, Jamie Knopf out front. A 3-car battle behind as Kirchenbauer comes by. Gardner got pinched. That got close. PJ Cox has crashed. Gardner settles back into 6th place. Clay Kirchenbauer now up to 2nd. Let's see what happened with PJ. Oh, big! Car's getting loose right in front of him. Most of those cars keep going, but PJ gets the worst end of that. Jason Stewart now sitting in 3rd, Pudge in 4th, Viken in 5th. Gardner back in 6th after the pinch, just trying to hold on. Dean Webb now up into 7th. Scheiderick, even after kissing the wall and on old tires, still in 8th. Brandon Newby in the fight. He is now up into the top 10 in 9th place. Started in 27th. He is on the move. Newby losing ground to a lap car. Jamie Knopf out front, but Clay Kirchenbauer starting to run him down. Clay just 3/4 of a second back. Pudge now back into the top 5. Blake Viken still holding on to 5th. Gardner in 6th. Dean Webb in 7th. John Scheidrich in 8th. DP Riggins now up in the 9th of 15 spots. DP having an awesome run here tonight. Jarrett Woodward into the top 10 for the first time tonight. Jarrett got caught up early, ended up a lap down, has fought his way back on the lead lap. Jeff Sheldon sits in 11th, Morgan in 12th. Brandon Newby, after that incident getting stuck behind a lap car, now back in 13th, still having a great run, up 14 spots from where he started, but not where he wants to be right now. Meanwhile, this battle for 8th on back, a bunch of, just a whole gaggle of cars here. And Lyle saying if Pudge don't win, he's going to pee in his mailbox. Pudge looking on the high side on Jason Stewart. Pudge has the fresher tires. Jamie Knopf out front and Clay Kirchenbauer still pulling away from the field behind. Stewart doing a great job holding on to 3rd despite the older tires. Dean Webb has now caught Gardner and Viken. 8th place DP Riggins trying to close that gap now as well. Dustin cheering on Pudge as well as JR. Knopf still has the lead, but Clay has caught him. Everybody within the pit window now. We could see pit stops start happening at any moment. Everybody can go the distance from here on fuel. Would not be surprised to see most stops happen between lap 90 and lap 95. That'd be a fairly even split between the last stop and this stop. JR, I kind of wish I had done that sometimes. Jason Stewart still holding on to 3rd, Pudge in 4th, and Viken in 5th. Gardner right there with Viken, as is Dean Webb. DP Riggins and Jacob Morgan starting to reel him in, though. Jared Woodard in 10th, starting to pull away just a little bit from that pack. Meanwhile, Newbie starting to come back toward the front. He's now up into 12th after slipping as far back as 15th after getting stuck behind a lap car. And they are still battling 2 and 3 wide back behind. DP Riggins, Jacob Morgan side by side. Oh, I definitely feel that, JR. Jamie Knopf in the lead has pulled away from Clay just a little bit. Now the gap back to half a second. Jason Stewart. Oh, Pudge gets the wall in one. Pudge lost a ton of momentum. Blake Viken is slowing. Here comes the pit stops. Stewart is in. Viken is in. Looks like the guys that stopped on lap 57 stretched as far as they could. They are coming in for their final stop, but they will have the fresh tires now. John Scheiderick also on pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer still in second. Pudge now up into third, but 3 seconds behind the lead battle. Gardner now back in fourth. Dean Webb in fifth. DP Riggins, Jacob Morgan have been side by side for countless laps. Morgan finally going to clear. Dean Webb looking low. He may be coming to pit road. Dean Webb is aiming for pit road here. Oh, Dean overcooked it onto pit road. Pudge is coming in. Tyler Ott also on pit road. Final stops underway. I'm feeling kind of bad now, guys. I don't have to get up till 5. Jarrett Woodard is coming in. Brandon Newby coming in. Now the question is, when do the leaders pit? And Justin Swafford has been out there the longest, currently sitting in 7th. Last stopped on lap 49. DP Riggins now heads down pit road. Jeff Sheldon now back in the top 10. Jacob Morgan now battling with Jeremy Gardner. That's the battle for third. How long do Jamie Knopf and Clay Kirchenbauer go before they hit pit road? They will start giving up time as soon as these guys are off pit road. Pujanowski sits in 11th. Jason Stewart, one of the first ones to pit, sits in 9th. Leaders continue to stretch it. Last time by, Jamie Knopf ran a 32.12. Jason Stewart a 30.65. He's gaining 1.5 seconds a lap. May not seem like much when he's 43 seconds back, but it's going to make a difference really quickly if Knopf and Kirchenbauer don't get to pit road soon. Jeff Sheldon is now coming down pit road. Swafford is on pit road for his final stop, as is Scott Cleek. The leaders continue to stay out. Remember, after that first green flag run, several cars got trapped a lap down by the leaders staying out as long as they possibly could. You have to think Jamie Knopf and Clay Kirchenbauer are hoping that caution, that well-timed caution, comes out again. The top 4, the only ones to have not been to pit road. Jeremy Gardner sits 3rd. Jacob Morgan sits 4th at the moment. These two have been battling it out for quite some time. Pudge sitting in 6th, working on unlapping himself. It'll be 20 laps to go at the stripe. Gardner comes down pit road, gives up 3rd. Jacob Morgan now into 3rd, the highest he has run all night. Blake Veekin currently up into 7th, running Pudge down. Veekin sends it on the high side. You see the difference in speed. Knopf and Kirchenbauer both on pit road. Morgan is on pit road. Jason Stewart has to try and come back around before they come off pit road. Down into 3 and 4, all 3 of them are in their pit stalls. Out of turn 4, Stewart. And Jason Stewart will reclaim the lead as all 3 drivers come off. Pudge now to 2nd. Blake Veekin now to 3rd. Knopf in 4th. John Scheiderick in 5th. Clay Kirchenbauer is going to come out in 6th. Jeremy Gardner comes out in 11th. Jacob Morgan's going to settle in about 12th. Maybe even 13th as here comes Newby. Newby to 12th. Jason Stewart out front, 18 laps to go, but a hard charging Pudge, 1.5 seconds back. Pudge got 17 seconds to make up. He needs to gain about 1/10 of a second a lap. Last time by, their lap times were identical. Veekin sits back in 3rd. Scheiderick in 4th and Jamie Knopf in 5th. However, Jamie Knopf and Clay Kirchenbauer, 5th and 6th, have the freshest tires on track. Brandon Newby is crashed. No caution yet. Off of turn 4. Oh, Newby gets too low. He gets on the brakes and gets it out of the racing surface quickly. But a hard break for Newby, who was charging up through the field. Knopf now up into 4th place. And closing in on Veekin quickly. Pudge just over 1.1 seconds behind the leader. All you Pudgeonowski fans better start cheering now. He closes now under 9/10 of a second. He has Stewart in sight. Jamie Knopf, though, in 3rd and gaining quickly, 1.8 back. Stewart does not want to see that 7 car in the mirror. Pudge at us 1 second back at the moment. Jamie Knopf has closed in quickly, as has Clay Kirchenbauer. Knopf right behind Pudge now. Look at the speed difference on 10 lap different tires. Knopf sends it to the bottom. Pudge can't do anything. Can Knopf go 2 in a row here tonight? Clay Kirchenbauer is charging as well, currently in 4th. Lap traffic getting out of the way. Knopf sets his sights on Stewart. Can Stewart do anything here to defend his position? I don't think he can. Stewart up top. Knopf on the bottom. Stewart's got nothing for him. Jamie Knopf goes to the lead late in the race. Next time by, it'll be 10 to go. Clay Kirchenbauer now up into 3rd. Sets his sights on Jason Stewart. Ten to go for Jamie Knopf. Clay Kirchenbauer closing in. Are we going to see yet another second place finish for Kirchenbauer tonight? Last season we saw over 8 podium finishes for Clay Kirchenbauer before he finally got to victory lane. Kirchenbauer now to 2nd. Does he have enough left to run down Jamie? Jamie's lead almost 2 seconds at the moment, coming to 8 to go. Pudge still trying to reel in Jason Stewart, almost 2 seconds back from him. Blake Viken secure in 5th at the moment, but John Scheidrich is closing in on him. Gardner, one of the drivers that hit pit road on lap 100, in 7th place. He is gaining on the leaders, as is Jacob Morgan. DP Riggins has made his way all the way up to 9th. Jarrett Woodard up to 10th. Morgan and Gardner go at it again. That is the battle for 7th. Kirchenbauer now securely in 2nd, but gaining no ground on our leader. Jamie Knopf looking to go 2 in a row here tonight. He won the season opener at Michigan, took the points lead. Looking like he's going to extend that lead here tonight. Jason Stewart still sits in 3rd, Pudge in 4th, gaining a little bit of ground. Gardner and Viken battling it out. Here comes Morgan. That's a 3-wide battle for 5th. John Scheidrich make it 4 cars battling for 5th as Gardner goes at it side by side with Viken. Morgan's going to try and slip by on the bottom. Morgan pulls ahead, still battling behind. Scheidrich is right behind Gardner and Viken. Morgan to 5th. Gardner now into 6th, Viken in 7th, Scheidrich in 8th. Jamie Knopf's lead starting to shrink just a little bit. Clay finding a little bit more speed, but he is 1.9 seconds back and several lap cars between them. This time by, Jamie Knopf will get popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Kirchenbauer 6 sits in second. Stewart in third. Pudge in fourth. Morgan in fifth. You know Pudge has got to be happier about tonight after a rough season opener to come back for a top 5 tonight. And white flag is in the air for Jamie Knopf. 2 in a row. 1 more lap to go. Clay has run down a couple tenths of a second, but won't be enough. Jason Stewart third, Pudge in fourth, Jacob Morgan back in fifth. Gardner attacking, Willie Oldham off, Jamie Knopf wins again. Clay comes home in second and Jason Stewart finishes third. Jacob Morgan comes home in fifth. Pudge gets his 4th place finish. And let's talk to our top 3, starting with Jason Stewart. Hey Jason, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you.
Hey man, a top 3 finish tonight. Awesome job.
Yeah, thank you. A little bit of wrong pit strategy, I think, but second race in this league, I'll take it.
Definitely so, man. That was quite a battle you guys had going on, and honestly, did not expect you to be able to hold those guys on fresher tires off as long as you did.
Yeah, me neither, but it kind of worked. I probably should have pitted maybe 5 or 10 laps later there at the end, or pitted with them when they pitted under yellow.
Oh man, regardless, it worked out really well tonight. You come home with the top 3. Congratulations, man.
Yep, thank you. Watch the broadcast tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Jason Stewart comes home in third. Clay Kirchenbauer comes home in second. Clay, this seems like a very familiar conversation to have with you.
Yeah, number 9, I think. Number 9. Is what it is. Better than last week.
It definitely is, and I have to say, I mean, you were in the title hunt just getting seconds and thirds all season long last season. So nothing really to sneeze at, especially given the caliber of race this was.
Yeah, I'm more mad at myself. I think I kept putting off pitting there at the end. I was trying to pit 1 or 2 laps ahead of Jamie, and then he must have been thinking the same thing, and so I just waited a lap too long, and then I got a little bit loose coming out of the pit lane on pit exit, and he kind of gapped me right there. And then he was hitting every lap car just perfect, and I was hitting every lap car just the worst possible spot. And he got out to about a little over 2 seconds. I think I closed it down about 1.5, and then I burned my stuff up. So more mad at myself than anything.
Still, regardless, man, another great finish. Congratulations, and hey, go tell Jamie to hop in Discord.
Hey, I will. You know what? I think Jamie is a go-kart guy too. So 1, 2 for the go-kart guys, 1, 2, 3 for Toyota, and I do want to say sorry to Gardner. I think I may have squeezed him there. About 20 to go, so I apologize for that.
Actually, it looked like you guys did get a little bit tight in there, but I'm not sure it was 100% on you. That was just some really close racing, but that was an awesome battle you guys had.
Yeah, well, if one of us screws up, it's usually him, but I just thought I'd be a nice guy and take the blame. So.
All right, great job, buddy. Go tell Jamie to hop in Discord.
Will do. Appreciate it.
All right, Clay Kirchenbauer, we're going to give Jamie a minute here to get in Discord. Hopefully we can get an interview with him tonight. 2 wins in a row to start this season. Nothing to sneeze at for sure. Especially given the way he came from behind tonight. And given the chaos last week, you have to think this guy is really on a roll here early on in this season. While we're waiting on Jamie, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. You might just see me in a race car. And, of course, starting Sunday morning, we are back. We have a couple of nights off there, but we'll be back Sunday morning with GT3 NSS. And we will be Friday and Saturday night showing off a lot of the communities and the Nowski Nation and everybody that is running the 24 hours. And Jamie Knopf just joined us in the booth. Man, 2 in a row. Congratulations, buddy.
So,
I have to say, last week you won it on just pure chaos and insanity. Tonight it was perfect strategy and a fast car.
yeah, last week I got up front with the strategy also. I think I restarted about 6 and I had the fresher tires, so I was able to get the lead. And then after everybody cycled around and was on the same pit cycle, I was in the lead. So that's, the reason I won last week. And then this week was kind of similar. I think about, let's see, I was trying to see what lap it was, like lap 65. I think the 24 car got loose in front of the 77, and I had to check up, and he checked up too, and then came down, and I had tried to come down a little to get under him so I wouldn't hit him, and then we made contact, and that brought out a caution, and then none of the leaders pitted, and I had damage, so I had to fix my damage and take my fast repair, and then I went ahead and got tires also, and that was able to be able to pass, the leaders to get a little gap there. And me and Clay, we were on the same strategy.
And your strategy definitely paid off. You even had Clay covered, man. He was you were 2 seconds out. He gained a little bit on the last 5 laps, but burned his stuff up doing it. You were pretty much untouchable once you got to the front.
Yeah, once we pitted, and a couple of them had ran like 10 or 12 laps and was like 10 seconds ahead, and I said, oh man, we ain't going to catch up to them, but luckily we were able to. And when I come out of the pits, I think it was 20 to go or maybe 19 to go, I never lifted off the gas to about 5 to go. That's when mine started getting a little worse. It started pushing a little bit then, but I was just trying to get a big enough lead to where, Clay couldn't catch me, and we were on the same strategy, so he could catch me late in the run before that. So I just tried to, I think he had a little trouble getting out of the pits, and I was able to get a little distance on him because he was about half a second back. And then after we pitted, I think he was about 1.7 or 1.9.
Well, man, you got the job done tonight. Congratulations. That was definitely awesome. And extending your points lead this early in the season, that is a great job. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks so much. Thanks for broadcasting, and Pudge Nowski for everything he does.
All right, man. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
Jamie Knopf goes 2 in a row tonight. Will he keep the streak alive going into next week? Tune in to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did tonight. Y'all have a great night.